Good morning, children. Today let us study the balance of this lesson, Nazism and the rise of Hitler. You know that in the previous class I told you that Hitler wrote an autobiography. The name of that autobiography is Mein Kampf. This was the autobiography that written by Adolf Hitler. What is the meaning of this word Mein Kampf? My struggle. So in this book he describes that how he hated the Jewish people. People, they always said that Hitler was a cruel person, but Hitler himself said that what I did I am going to explain in this Mein Kampf. When he was in jail, he explained everything in this book. When he was in jail, he wrote this book. Which book? Mein Kampf. What is the name of this book? Mein Kampf. What is this? This is the autobiography of Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler wrote the famous book Mein Kampf. In this book, he describes about his feelings. These feelings that is written in this Mein Kampf. There are 2 volumes are there in this book. 2 volumes are there. That was published when he was in jail. He wrote all these things. That book we can call as Mein Kampf. You know that Germany was supported by America, the Wall Street Exchange. What is Wall Street Exchange? The US, the Wall Street Exchange, that was like our Mumbai Stock Exchange. Our Mumbai Stock Exchange is supporting our economy of our country, saying that this Wall Street Exchange in USA that supported Germany. But afterwards what happens? The Wall Street Exchange collapsed. This Wall Street Exchange that collapsed, they cannot support Germany. They can't support Germany. They can't support Germany. In this time, they cannot support Germany. They cannot support Germany. They can't support Germany. They can't support Germany. Why? Because Wall Street Exchange already collapsed. So they cannot help Germany. Germany was in economic crisis. That led to hyperinflation. What is that? Hyperinflation. Wall Street Exchange collapsed. Germany goes to great economic crisis. That is called hyperinflation. Even Germany printed paper currencies also. These paper currencies, there is no value in this paper currency because people, Germany printed paper currencies. The value of that goes down. The value of that currency that goes down, that we can call as hyperinflation. Hyperinflation that occur in Germany and people cannot survive in this situation. They are in poverty. The people are in poverty in this situation. Germany was economically helped by USA, the Wall Street Exchange. But when the Wall Street Exchange USA that collapsed, they can't support Germany, and Germany lost its economic development. Germany lost its economic development and it goes to hyperinflation. That situation we can call it as hyperinflation. Then there will be a great economic depression that happened in Germany. People, they were struggling to live. People, they were surviving to live. People, they were struggling to live. This is the situation that US failed to help Germany. Many factories were shut down. In this situation, many factories that were shut down. Many factories in Germany that shut down. Many factories in Germany, what happened to many factories in Germany that shut down? That's many factories in Germany that shut down because it is going to a great situation that is called hyperinflation. That was the situation that the economic crisis that was in this situation. That then Wall Street Exchange, America, they can't help Germany in this situation. Germany printed paper currencies, and this paper currency, value of this currency that goes down, that leads to hyperinflation. This was the situation that people, they can't live in this situation. People are struggling to live. They are in the extreme poverty. That was the situation in this situation. Many people hold placards. Many people, they are holding placards in their chest. They hold placards. They carry placards to their chest. They carry placards holding that. They wrote like this. Placards and they wrote like this. Willing to do any job. Look the situation. Willing to do any work. Willing to do any work. They wrote placards. In the placards, they wrote this they wrote. What they wrote? Willing to do any work. They will go to the street and they will stand there. They will carry that placards, and in the placards written willing to do any work. Look the situation of Germany. conditions. Germany, the hyperinflation that happened. People are not getting any job. People they are willing to do any job. They are willing to do any job. That was the situation, extreme situation. People believe that the economic development, they want economic development, they want opportunities, they want employment. This time Hitler came forward. Hitler gave promises. In the previous class, I told you about the promises that are given by Hitler. But first, he said that I will build a strong nation. He said that he will build a strong nation. Second, he said that he will be against injustice caused by Versailles Treaty. Third one, he said that give employment. That is important. To give employment, they did not get any employment. They are willing to do any work. That time, Hitler gave promises that I will give employment to the youth. Youth no need to worry about employment. I am willing to do any work to you. I am going to give you work. I will give you employment opportunities to you. Don't bother about the unemployment. He said like this to give a secure future for the youth. He said that if I will become the leader, if you accept me as a leader, definitely I will solve all your problems and better future for the youth. That I assure you. He said like this. The way and we don't all foreign influences. Foreign countries, they cannot control, they cannot influence our country. They won't allow any country to interfere in our markets. That is in Germany's market. He said like this. So, 1933 March, he passed 1933 March. Importance of 1933 March. 1933 March, he put forward a new law. He implemented a law that is called the Enabling Act. March 3. Importance of 1933 March 3. That is introducing Enabling Act. What is that Enabling Act? This Enabling Act that was put forward by whom? That was put forward by Adolf Hitler. Who put forward this? Adolf Hitler, he put forward this new law, that Enabling Act. Nobody can question the authority of Hitler. Nobody can question the authority of Hitler. You can see Hitler in his childhood. Hitler became a youth. So later on, Hitler is like this. So nobody can question the authority of Hitler. He now become a dictator. You know that film that was published, that name of that film is Great Dictator, that was blaming Hitler. The Britishers, they published this film. In that film, mocking about or blaming about Hitler and his policies, he became a great dictator like that. But later on, what happens when Hitler came to power, he also made many films. In many films, among these, the most important film that is Eternal Jew. In this movie, he blamed these Jewish people. They are money lenders. They betrayed Jesus. They are always in search for money. They are always money lenders. Like this in this movie, Eternal Jew, that was published. Hitler also betrayed and published a movie that is called Eternal Jew. That is against Jewish people. But the film, The Great Dictator, that was against Hitler. So you understand about the Eternal Jew and the Great Dictator. Sometimes you may watch this cartoon, The Great Dictator. That cartoon depicts about the Great Dictator, mocking or blaming the Great Dictator. That is nothing but Adolf Hitler. He gave promises and people believe. They accepted Hitler as their main leader. Who accepted? People accept Hitler because their problem will be solved. They don't need to worry about the job. No need to willing to do any work. They will get a job. Definitely they will get a job. They believe Hitler as their leader. They believed in that time. This time Hitler hold power. Enabling Act was passed. In 1933 March, the Enabling Act that was passed. Hitler understood one thing that I am the leader. Nobody can question me. Nobody can. Even the court can't questions. Even the administrative officers, they can't question Hitler because Hitler is the ruler. He is the only ruler. Nobody can question the authority of Hitler. Enabling Act was passed, and nobody can question. Moreover, to implement the Enabling Act, he appointed. In order to implement the Enabling Act, he Gestapo, that is the secret police that was organized, that was maintained by Hitler. If anybody will talk against Hitler, definitely Gestapo will capture. Who will capture? You will be caught by this Gestapo. It means that Gestapo, a secret police that was appointed by Hitler, he asked them to obey whatever he said. He became a great dictator. In order to maintain this enabling act, he appointed stormtroopers, Gestapo, then police squad, then security services, then state protection squad, then security service, then stormtroopers, then Gestapo, secret police. They were appointed in order to maintain the enabling act. It means that nobody can question the authority of Hitler. Whatever he will do, you will accept it. Otherwise, you will be punished. You will be killed or you will be punished. That type of law was maintained by Hitler. Then in this situation, you know that when Hitler came to power, when Hitler became the ruler, he became a dictator. The situation of Germany was very, very different. Economic hyperinflation was the situation. In this hyperinflation, in these circumstances, in order to escape from the hyperinflation, or in order to make economic development in the country, he appointed German Sachsen. H-J-A-L-M-E-R, German Sachsen, S-A-C-H-A-C-H-T, Sachsen. German Sachsen was appointed. He was an economist who Hitler appointed. An examination may ask him. Hitler appointed an economist. What was his name? His name was German Sachsen. Why he was appointed? In order to make Germany a strong nation, in order to make from the economic crisis, in order to escape from the economic crisis, Chalmers economist was appointed by whom? Appointed by Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler appointed Chalmers Sachsen. He was appointed by Hitler in order to recover from the economic crisis. In order to recover from the economic crisis. In order to recover from the economic crisis, who was appointed? Chalmers Sachsen. What is Gestapo? Secret police organized by whom? Adolf Hitler. You never forget this. In order to escape from, in order to recover from economic crisis, German Sachsen was appointed and he introduced a new car company. You know, you like car very much. I hope that you may like it very much. Cars become crazy. Some children, they are very much crazy about cars. They are very much interested about knowing about car. They new car, especially new car, they will be very much interested about. They were crazy about cars. So one car name I want to tell that is Volkswagen. It is written Volkswagen. You can see Volkswagen was written. Actually, it is pronounced as Volkswagen. Volkswagen. Why? Because the German is a German word. It is pronounced as Volkswagen. Volkswagen. This was a famous company. During the German Sachsen was introduced this new car company that is called Volkswagen. Not Volkswagen. Volkswagen. That was introduced by German Sachsen. Why he introduced this car? In order to give employment to the people. In order to give employment to the people. In order to give employment to the people, he introduced a new car company that is called Volkswagen. The Volkswagen car company was introduced by Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler introduced a new car company that is called Volkswagen. That is written like this. We can read Volkswagen. Volkswagen, the car company was introduced by German Sachsen. In order to give employment, in order to give employment to the people, in order to solve the problem of the economy, he introduced Volkswagen car company. This Volkswagen, the German word, it means people's car. People's car. People's car. You can see this car. I don't know how to draw a car. Anyway, you can see this car. This is Volkswagen car. that is introduced by Jalmar Sachs in order to escape from this economic crisis. That is otherwise called People's Car. The Volkswagen, the meaning of this German word Volkswagen means People's Car. People's Car was introduced by Jalmar Sachs. Why? Because in order to give employment to the people, to make to recover from the economic crisis, he introduced the Volkswagen car. Another thing what he did is another thing what he did is that he introduced super railways in Germany. Super railway that was introduced by Jalmar Sachs. He introduced super railway that was introduced so that more people can engage in this construction activities. Super railway that was introduced by so that people will be engaged in the railway construction works, so that they will get the economic crisis can be that overcome the economic crisis. This Jalmar Sachs introduced Volkswagen as well as super railways. Super railway also introduced in order to overcome the economic crisis of Germany. I hope that you understand this much. This is the situation. This is the situation in Germany. Next, Hitler set certain weights. Which are the weights set by Hitler? Hitler already told that he will make this country prosperous. For that, he appointed Jalmar Sachs. Volkswagen company was introduced. Super railway was constructed. And this time Hitler said that our country would be like this. How one people, he raised the slogan. What slogan he raised? He raised the slogan that is one people, German people. One people here means German people. One people. The slogan introduced by Hitler that was one people, one empire. One empire. Which empire? German empire. Which people? German people. One empire and one leader. Who is that leader? Hitler. One leader. That was the slogan raised in this time. He raised this slogan. Which slogan he raised? He raised the slogan one people, one empire and one leader. That was the slogan raised by Hitler. In examination may ask what was the slogan raised during this time? There was one people, one empire and one leader. Hitler was the leader. Nobody can question the authority of the leader, that is Hitler. Japan and Germany had tried to capture new territories. This time Japan and Germany they joined together. Japan and Germany they joined together. They tried to capture new territories. When Japan attacked, this time Japan attacked American ship fleet or ship. American ship near Pearl Harbor, that was in USA. That was a port, Pearl Harbor port. In that Pearl Harbor port, US fleet or the ship that was anchored there, that was attacked by Japanese torpedo or Japanese submarines. So America entered into war. America was against Japan. This time America became very angry to Japan. Why? Because their fleet were attacked, the ships were attacked. At that time they began to enter the war. America entered war. So things later on changed. You know that Japan later on got a great crushing defeat and the Second World War. 2 atom bombs were dropped by America. One is 2 atom bombs that was put forward in this Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japanese name cities like Hiroshima and Nagasaki. 2 atom bombs. Fat Boy, one of these atom bomb name is Fat Boy, and this little boy and fat man and little boy. These 2 atom bombs that drops Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan later on collapsed. Second World War after Japan that collapsed. Now you know that Japan is survived from all these due to technological advances. Japan survived all these things. Anyway, Japan and Germany they tied together and they began to occupy new territories. Then next we want to study about important topic. I am going to explain the important topic, that is idea of Hitler or Nazis worldview. Nazis worldview. How they are looking at the world. How the Nazis looking to the world. Nazis worldview. Next we are studying about the Nazis worldview. How they are looking to the world. What was their how they are looking to the world. Nazis, how they are looking to the world. That is the idea of Hitler. That is the idea of Hitler. That is Nazis worldview. No equality between the people. People, they do not have any equality. Nazis, they do not give importance to all the people equally. Nazis, they give importance to Nazist people or Nordic Aryan race. They give importance to. He believed Herbert Spencer. He believed Herbert Spencer. This Herbert Spencer, he gave importance to pseudoscientific theories, that is survival of the fittest. Herbert Spencer, survival of the fittest. Hitler gave importance to this theory, survival of the fittest. Who introduced? Herbert Spencer introduced pseudoscientific theory. Pseudoscientific theory, that is survival of the fittest, importance to. Charles Darwin evolution theory also he believed pseudoscientific theory is Herbert Spencer is survival of the fittest. It means why he gave importance to? He said that there is only one desirables. He called them as desirables. Who were desirables? The Nazists were desirables. They can live. They have to survive. They have to survive. The only people want to live in Germany, that they were the Nazist people or the Nazist people only. Other people, they were undesirables. They were called undesirables. Undesirables. We called other people as undesirables. Hitler called other people as undesirables. Desirables are the people. They were the Nazist people. We can call as desirables. These pseudoscientific theories of Herbert Spencer we also covered. What is the pseudoscientific theory? Survival of the fittest. Fittest people only live. Who are the fittest? The fittest only people that are survival of the fittest. That is the people. That is the Hitler's people. That is we can call as Hitler's people. So the Nazis only have this view of they have the right to live. Other people they can't live in the society. Only Nazis they can live in the society. That is the survival of the fittest theory. They were the desirables. The undesirables. The undesirables were the other sections of the people. They were called undesirables. So that was the theory. Nordic German. He said that Nordic German race, Nordic Aryan race, they were only live in this society. They can only live in this society. I hope that you understood about all these things. Today we discussed. In our next class, we will discuss about what are the difficulties that happen to the Jewish peoples and the Nazis youth in Nazi Germany. Next, art of propaganda. Next class I will explain all these things. I hope that you understood it very well. I hope that you can understand all these things in a better view in the next class. Once again, I want to review all these things. First of all, try to understand that Hitler was born in 1889, April 20. He was the fourth of the 6 children. You know that 4 children died. He was the fourth, and he had one younger sister. That is Paula. He loved Paula very much. Hitler's father, Alois Hitler, was the illegitimate child. I told you that earlier that he was the illegitimate child of Maria Anna. His father, Alois Hitler's father name was not recognized. It means that he was an illegitimate child. Alois Hitler was an illegitimate. Everybody accused that was a Jewish man. So one reason that is Jewish people. One reason was like this. Then another thing I told you that his mother had a breast cancer that was treated by a Jewish doctor, Dr. Bloch. That she died during the treatment, and he accused that was the reason of this Dr. Bloch. That was that also related to this patronage towards the Jewish peoples. is also created angry to these Jewish people. Then afterwards I described about Helmut. The previous class I described about the story of Helmut. Helmut was a 12-year-old boy. When his father shot himself in the office, that shot himself in the office. Several times he had his parents discussing. Something seriously they are discussing. He heard his father saying that he will shoot himself, or he will kill themselves, or they will kill themselves, kill entire family. He discussed about these things. If he should commit suicide alone, otherwise he should commit suicide alone. He did not eat, so that he spent sometimes when his son next day spent his in the forest. That was hardest moment. That one what happened. His father committed suicide in the office. He shot gunshot in his office. That he died. That was a shocking thing to Helmut. Why? Because his father supported Hitler. That was the reason. His father feared that at any time his Jewish people will come and kill him. So he did not eat anything from his family in any case. Why? Because he feared that his mother would poison him. That was the reason. Next, that Treaty of Versailles. Treaty of Versailles was a humiliating treaty. Several times examination was humiliating. Treaty of Versailles was a humiliating treaty. Why? Because they accused that Germany was the reason for the World War, and Germany had to give pound 6 billion pound. 6 billion pound they had to give as war indemnity. As war indemnity they had to give. So in this situation, Hitler came to power. He said that he will solve the problem related to Treaty of Versailles, and he said that he will remove all the injustices in the society. And later on what happens, Wall Street Exchange was supported Hitler, and later on Wall Street Exchange was supported Hitler, and later on what happened there, you know that Wall Street Exchange collapsed and got Hitler. So all these things you know it very well. Afterwards, pseudo-scientific theory that was supported by Herbert Spencer and his theories, and survey of the fittest. Next we will describe about desirable and undesirable. I hope that you understood all these things in a better and proper way. And in my next class, I will explain everything in a better and proper way, and we can understand more about Hitler and how we came to power, what are the measures he had done, what happened to the Jewish people, and Nazis were to youth. Then we can study about youth in Germany, what happened to the Nazis, art of propaganda. In my next class I will explain. Thank you children.